Have you ever thought about knowing God? Or are you comfortable with your belief in His existence? Can you move an object with your mind? You may not know you can, but I trust that you believe you can because you've probably seen others do it. If you care to know, then knowing refers to having a certain level of certainty about something based on evidence, whilst believing refers, or for that matter, involves accepting something as true without proof. Knowing is grounded in fact, believing is grounded in faith. What we know usually has control over our emotional body, and indeed control over our physical body, and therefore affects our lives. There are many things that we don't know we can do. Why we don't know we can do them is because we don't have any knowledge about them. We cannot do them because we don't know how to do them. Let me go back to my first question. Are we supposed to know God or merely to believe in the existence of God? What is our proof that God exists? Remember that believing in God feels safe because God is so big that we cannot describe Him. Believing in something means we don't have to explain what it is, and that makes us feel safe. So we feel safe not knowing God because then we never have to explain what God is. But the question is, don't we feel that we are losing by the need for a boundary, and indeed the need to be safe within that boundary? We seem to have put a barrier around us beyond which we don't have to go, and we feel safe and comfortable within that barrier. We have not even tried to know what God is, or do we even care? It is just okay to go to church, praise and worship Him even though we don't know Him, but believe in His existence, and that is enough for us to go about with our everyday lives. Nonetheless, since everything comes from a single source, knowing God then is recognizing that God is the source of all things individually and as all things collectively, which means He is both the one and the all at the same time. And for that matter, loving God means loving all forms of life in their uniqueness and as one in their collectiveness. Therefore, God can be known through our expression of love for all forms of life individually and as one collectively. When we feel love and express love for creatures and nature, we find ourselves gravitating towards knowing God. God can be known, but we feel His presence more through the expression of love than the use of reasoning. If we cannot feel and express that love, we just have to be humble enough or brave enough to accept that we doubt the existence of God because we don't know God. What if I told you that it is at the very peak of religious virtue, or for that matter, goodness, that demands the sacrifice of religion? Because that is the greatest sacrifice a religious person can make. It should be so because, or it is so actually, because at that height, one realizes that all is one and one is all. Nothing else exists except God. And for that reason, we cannot afford to separate or be different from God. Think about it. Know then yourself, my friend. Don't wait for others to know you. To understand everyone else, know yourself first. Please like, share, comment, and follow for more insights. Thank you.